Hello friends, in this session we are going to talk about DITA or Darwin Information Typing Architecture and the DITA Open Toolkit. If you are our student, before going through this particular session, it would help to go through the topic based authoring video. Let's go ahead. What exactly is DITA? DITA stands for Darwin Information Typing Architecture. It is an open source XML based architecture for the production and publication of technical documentation. When we say it is open source, yes, it does mean that it is free to use. DITA is based on XML because XML is used to create topics, as you will see in the subsequent slides of this particular presentation. The DITA architecture and DTDs were originally developed by IBM. They also came up with the schema that was required for the XML files. However, later on IBM handed over DITA to OSS, which is Organization for the Advancement of Structured Information Standards. Since then, DITA is being maintained and developed further by OSS. Basics of DITA. It's a topic-based authoring approach that leads to content reuse. Ditaot or DITA Open Toolkit uses free tools to generate the required output from the same source. Topics are created in XML format without any formatting. Formatting is applied at the time of generating the output. What is Ditaot? Ditaot stands for DITA Open Toolkit, which is an open source tool based on the DITA, DTDs and schemas. Instead of calling it as a tool, maybe we should call it as a set of tools or a toolkit. That's the reason it's called as DITA Open Toolkit. Ditaot includes a number of tools which are bundled together. These tools are carefully chosen by the committee that has put together Ditaot. As a result, the DITA Open Toolkit or Ditaot is free to download and use. That's right, it's free to download and use. This could directly result in a lot of cost saving for you in terms of the tool licenses. Here is the schematic diagram of Ditaot. The topics and a DITA map file are created using an XML editor. Then we use a scripting tool called as ANT. ANT stands for another neat tool. Another neat tool, ANT. So using the ANT scripting tool, we run the scripts to generate the output. Now while the output is being generated, the content of the topics will be validated using a validating parser named Saxon. And then from the topic or list of topics given, you would actually generate different types of outputs. So depending on what type of output you want to generate, different transformations have to be applied to that content. This is done by the XSLT processor. The XSLT uses various FOs, and FO stands for formatting object. So if you want to generate PDF output, you will use a different FO. For generating a HTML output, you will use another FO, and so on. All the Ditaot tools need a platform to work on. Java provides that platform. There are a whole lot of XML editors which are available for free. In fact, you can create a topic, a data topic, using an editor as simple as Windows Notepad. Let's go ahead. So data topics are essentially the XML files which are created using the data DTDs or the schemas. As you would know, XML means valid and structured content which is without formatting. So creating data topics is like adding content in between the XML tags of the DTDs or the schema. There are three types of data topics. You would have concept topics, task topics, and reference topics. Needless to say that for each of these type of topic, you would have a separate DTD or schema. The data topics can be created using XML editors, as we mentioned earlier. Many free editors are also available. Let's take a look at what a data topic looks like. Here is how a data topic will look when opened in Notepad. You can see the title of this topic is paint, which is enclosed in the title tags, and just below that you can read the short description of this topic. Note that this is a concept topic. This is how XML looks when opened in a simple word editor. If you can differentiate between the tags and the text, you will be able to edit this file and make any changes to the content that you want. It should be remembered that editors like Notepad do not differentiate between the tags and the content. So one has to be careful while making changes. Do not make any changes to the tags or do not delete any part of the tags. Otherwise, it will not remain a valid XML file. Here I have opened the same topic in Serna free XML editor. You can see the title of the topic. You can also see the description. As you can see here, the title and the description is shown in an easy to understand format. On the left hand side you can see the tags, and on the right hand side you can see the actual content. So there is no chance of getting confused between the tags and the contents. For personal use, Serna is a free editor. As on date when I created this particular video. Data maps. Data maps organize topics to create a specific deliverable. A data map looks like a table of contents of a book or online help. The data map thus mentions the order and the hierarchy in which the topics will be arranged. The data map also mentions links between the topics so that navigation through cross-references become possible. You may therefore have different data maps for different deliverables using the same topics. Here is an example of data map opened in a notepad. You can see the title of the data map there, and below that you can see the topics arranged in the hierarchy. Since this is a sample, I have shown you only 4 topics in the data map. In an actual data map, however, you may have a few tens of topics organized one below the other, just like a table of contents. Let's go to the next slide. This is how the same data map would look when open in an XML editor. Once again, I have used the Serna editor here. As you can see, the data map title is indicated differently, which is far easier to understand as compared to what was displayed in Notepad. You can see the topics arranged within the data map file, and you can also see the arrangement of topics one below the other. In other words, you can also see the hierarchy of topics there. Why should one use DITA Open Toolkit? Well, there are a number of reasons. First of all, you can generate all the popular output formats from the same tool, which is DITA Open Toolkit. You can use your existing DTD and schema files that you get from DITA Open Toolkit and start generating documents. So there is no need for you to write DTDs or schemas on your own. If required, you can add tags to the DTD or schema, or you may even rename them. This means you can customize your DTDs to suit your requirements. You can use the existing style sheets and transformations that are bundled as a part of DITA Open Toolkit. There are a lot of ready-made formatting objects that get downloaded and installed when you download and install the DITA Open Toolkit. So they are there for you, ready to use. DITA Open Toolkit is a collection of a number of tools. But then it actually comes as a tool which can be used out of the box. All that you need to do is download the package and then go ahead and install it. You should be ready to use it within a few minutes. Remember that you will also need to install Java for all the components of the DITA Open Toolkit to work. Ditaot is increasing popularity, and a lot of professionals are now using it to create documents. As a result, more and more tools are supporting Ditaot. Today, products like RoboHelp or FrameMaker are giving active support to data files. Some of the advantages of topic-based authoring, which would actually lead to benefits while using Ditaot. A topic gives you a better level of modularity of the content. When you are writing content in topics, you are actually saving a lot of writing time. Not just that, you are also saving a lot of translation time and expenses. Because topics are modular, it becomes easy to reuse that content. It's also possible to share the topic files across number of projects and a number of documents. Even if a topic is being used in more than one document, it can only be edited once, and then the documents generated will automatically have the new content, which means the maintenance becomes simple. For more information on topic-based authoring, I would recommend you to look at the topic-based authoring video that we have exclusively designed for our Technowrites students. Let's end with some references. So I have given some references that you can use for learning data. A reference of Oasis, a link to the DITA forum where a lot of users discuss data and its customization very actively. Lastly, the SourceForge link is the place from where you will be able to download the DITA Open Toolkit. With this, we come to the end of this particular session. After this session, I would recommend you to look at the DITA Open Toolkit video recording that we have prepared for you. Good luck and all the best with Ditaot. If you have any queries, contact me on my email ID mak@technowrites.com. That is mac@technowrites.com. Thank you.